recording the session. Now it's in progress. I'm going to share with you my screen. It's nice to have you here with this in this opportunity to learn more English. So you don't have face of what as you participate, Fatima, in that session. Very good. So uh, can you watch my screen? Can you see the presentation of unit number 6? Please give me a thumbs
Yes.
up. Thank you. Thank you, Francisco. In lesson A, we learn about places around the neighborhood, and we use there is or there's and there are to describe places. We are going to review a little bit of that. And in today's session, we are going to go from lesson B. We are going to learn how to tell the time and questions with what time. We are going to learn vocabulary about some events and also make suggestions with the word let's. And if time's allowed, we are going to go to lesson C in order to learn strategies of conversation with me too or me neither to show things in common, things that we agree in some right in some places or in some ideas, and also the word right and the word I know to specifically show agreement. Agreement is when you say okay to something, some ideas, or some actions that you are going to do with some other people. So you agree and you say, oh, it's okay, but we are going to learn about how to do it. So let me present you something here. Do you know this place? What city is this?
Acapulco.
Yes, this is the beautiful bay of Acapulco. I want you to help me describe places by using these words. There is or there are. Remember, there is when we are describing only one thing. There are when we are describing two or more. Okay? So, also, I want you to remember the use of a lot of when we are talking about many things. This is for countable or uncountable. So in this case, you can use any noun, different words. For example, a lot of fruit, a lot of people, a lot of money. A lot of to talk about many things. Also, try to use the word some. Some means a little or a few. Some means that it's not a big quantity, it's a small quantity of things. And you can use it with all nouns. You can say some money, some water, some dogs, anything. Please try also to use the word a couple. A couple in this case means two, three, or up to five things. So it's between two or five. So you can say a couple of cars, a couple of buildings, a couple of whatever you want to do, a couple of boys, a couple of people, a couple of glasses, no matter. So you have to use a couple. And well, in this case, we learn about adjectives. Let me see. Okay, this is what I want you to practice. English exercises using there is and there are. Please try to use a lot of, some, a couple of. Maybe also try to use the article a or the article an, depending on the noun that you are using. Please remember, a is when the word starts with a consonant, and when the noun or the word starts with a vowel or a vowel sound. For example, a cat, a dog, a car, an apple, an airplane, an, an umbrella, And also the word no means that there is nothing, zero things. For example, there are no people, there is no school or something like that. So do you remember these topics from last class? I hope you do. We are going to use the Acapulco Bay and also the Costera Miguel Alemán to talk about things or describing places. Okay, are you ready? Fatima, Francisco, are you ready?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, let me give you an example. Here, right here, this is a market. So I'm able to say there is a market. Also, here is a building. There is a building. Or there is an hotel. Here, also, what is this? What kind of building is this one here? What name is what is the name of this building? Do you remember? It's a place where you can find shops, restaurants, cinema, many things. What is the name of this place?
Teacher,
Yes,
o sea, por ejemplo, la palabra mall es
mall.
para referirte a un tipo de plaza como esa o cuál es la
Yes,
diferencia entre
exactly.
la plaza y el mall?
Mall and plaza are the same. So, for example, this is a mall.
Mall.
This is a
Ok.
mall. Mall means centro comercial, plaza comercial. This is a mall. What are these? Or what can you say about Applebee's and Italianis? There is or
A
there are
restaurant. This
restaurant.
is a restaurant.
Excuse me again, Fatima.
This is a restaurant.
This is a restaurant, but you need to use there is or there are. So we have
There are
there are
a restaurant.
two restaurants,
Two.
Applebee's and
Okay.
Italianis. Okay. And also, well, La Casa de los Abuelos is another restaurant. Here, there is a mall. The mall is Galerías Diana. What about this building? Right here, let me cross the street. Is one building. This one over here is a complex, but it's only one thing. What kind of place is this?
There is a hotel.
There is a hotel. Yes, a hotel. Okay, what else can you say about this? What can you see? Describe the place, please. There is, there are no, or there is no. What can you see about this place?
There are some cars
There are some cars.
and
Okay.
people.
There are some people. Very good.
There are some palms.
There are some palms. Thank you. Okay. Let's go a little bit further with this. Okay. Okay, right here. Let's cross the street. What can you see here? What is this business? What is the name of this place?
There is a Oxxo.
There is an Oxxo and it's a convenience store. Very good. What about the name of this space right here?
Street.
There is
There is. How
a
did you say?
street.
A street. There is a street. Very good. Okay. Here, what is this? This and this. We have two things, Sands and Maria Eugenia.
There are
There are
an hotel, two hotel.
there are two hotels. Yes. Okay. Oh, I moved far away. Okay, I'm in the space now. Let me go back. Let me go back to the street. Okay, places in the neighborhood. Let me go to other place in Acapulco because you know Acapulco is very big. What is this? This gray green area.
Park.
It's a park.
There is a park in Acapulco, yes. And also here in La Progreso, what is this? Tell me about Acapulco. Can you see the place?
Is La Uda.
Exactly. But the name of the place is a stadium. So we have two here. This is a baseball stadium and this is a soccer stadium. So how do you describe the place?
There are two stadium.
Okay, don't use a when there are more than one. So you say there are two stadiums. What about this?
There are two swimming pools.
Swimming pools, yes. Okay, right here, this is another place in Acapulco. Let me go to the street. What is this place? There is or there are?
There is a school.
There is a school, yes. Okay, so and what can you see in the school? Can you describe what do you see here? There are many things. There is a school, and here
A lot of people.
exactly. Remember to use the words a lot, some, a couple. Oops. So there are a lot of people. Okay. What else can you see?
And cars.
Cars. What is the name of this vehicle? Taxi. One, two, three, four.
There are some taxis.
There are some taxis or a couple of taxis. Can you see a bus
¿A
here?
couple para qué dijo que era teacher?
A couple is used when you have one, two, three, four, or five things that you are describing. So you can describe the number of things up to five. So here, remember, you can indicate something between two objects, two things, or up to five things. Okay. So for
Okay.
example, so you have here this area right here. You can say, there are a couple of taxis. One, two, three, four, five. Well, there are more. There are many taxis. There are a lot of taxis. What can you see here with all these creatures? What can you say, Fatima? What can you say, Francisco? There are what?
There
There are
are
some students.
Some?
No, there are students.
There are students, a lot of students. Fatima, what were you saying?
there are a lot of students.
There are a lot of students, a lot of people. Uh, what is this guy selling? ¿Qué está vendiendo este amigo?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. So you have there is a person selling ice cream. What about this object?
Motorcycle.
Yes. So you can use what? There is or there are?
There is
There is a motorcycle. What about this object here?
umbrella.
Uh,
There is umbrella. An
There
umbrella.
is an umbrella. Okay. There is a motorcycle. There is an umbrella. What else? What else can you see? This is what kind of transportation? A truck. Okay. So this is a truck. Let me write down the word for you. A truck. What can you say about this? There are a lot, some, a couple, a or an.
Ah,
Okay, say it completely.
there is a truck.
There is a truck. Yes, that is what I want you to use. Okay, one. Let's go to another area from Acapulco. Right here. Okay, okay. What is this? Here, this transportation.
bus.
Uh-huh. What can you say?
There is a bus.
There is a bus. Yes. Let me go forward to Acapulco. What is this? It's another place.
Marketplace.
Exactly, a market. So, what can you say? There is or there are?
There is a market.
There is a market. Okay. So, you use there is when you are talking about one object, you use there are when you are talking about multiple objects. There is, there are a lot, some, and a couple of, depending on the quantity. Okay. Everything okay with you guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so you practice that. Yes, Fatima?
¿Podría poner las imágenes donde estaba explicado lo de a lot of y todo eso,
Sure, of course.
por favor?
Right here?
Y también la imagen de atrás.
There you go.
Ya, gracias.
Yes. You can have a screenshot by clicking the Windows sign and also Imprint Pan. Les puede dar un pantallazo con Windows e Imprint Pan. Ah, ¿sale? Javier Pacheco. ¿Qué no estaba aquí Javier Pacheco?
Así es que me voy a vincular con la computadora.
Very good. Okay. So are you ready with this? Very good, Pacheco.
Voy a poner el de a lot of, es que no le...
Sure.
Gracias, gracias.
Don't worry.
O sea que, por ejemplo,
Excuse me, Javier.
eso se traduce prácticamente, el inicio de a lot es como sheets, a lot of fruit. Es, ella come un poco de fruta, mucha fruta.
A lot of fruit, mucha fruta.
Mucha.
Mucha.
Algo es some, ¿no?
Some, exactly.
Ok, y a couple es como de entre 1 a 5.
Exactly.
Ok.
Some is for a small quantity. You don't have a
es
number.
como par, ¿no? O sea, como pares de algo.
Couple, yes. You can say a couple when you're talking about two things, but in English is used also to talk about um, things from 2 to 5. So if you have 5 apples, you can say, oh, I have 5 apples. I have a couple of apples. So you can use a couple also when you are referring only to two apples. So you can indicate something between 2 to 5. Okay.
Teacher, ¿y qué significa a little? Atrás estaba otras de a little y a few.
A little or a few is similar to some. A little, un poco. A few, unos cuantos. Some, algunos. But these words are quantifiers, but please focus only in the main ones, las importantes. There are, a lot of, some, or a couple. Those are in our book. There are many others, yes. These are places in the neighborhood. There's no, but here we have the ones that we are learning. Number one is a lot of, is in your book. Some or a couple. To indicate that there is none or zero, you say there are no. There are no clubs. And you can see all these are plurals. A lot of restaurants, some cafes, a couple of theaters, no clubs. So when you are using this, you always use plurals. Okay? Is that clear for you? A lot of, some, and a couple of is used with plural nouns or singular nouns, because if you are drinking coffee, you say, I drink a lot of coffee. Or, well, in this case, cafe is the name, but the drink is coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Or I drink some coffee. A couple of, but in this case, cups of coffee. I drink no coffee. I don't know if that is clear for you guys, but you can use a lot of, some, and a couple of with all the nouns, all singular nouns or plural nouns. Let me go back with there is a boy, this is for singular. There is a boy, there is a book, there is an apple. There are two oranges, plural. There are three people, plural. There are six women. In the case of a lot of, you can use for countable or uncountable to express a large quantity. A lot of fruit, a lot of bananas, a lot of people, a lot of girls, a lot of boys, a lot of students, a lot of money. Some is a small amount, means a little or a few, un poco o algo. Some can be used with singular and plural nouns or countable or uncountables. Examples: some money, some work, some friends. And finally, a couple. A couple you can use when you express a quantity from 2 to 5. In English, it's 5. Couple means only two. In Mexico, we say, oh, there is a couple uh, having dinner in a restaurant. Hay una pareja cenando. A couple means only two people. Or when you are talking about things, maybe you say, I have a couple of oranges. A couple of oranges means two oranges, three, four, or five oranges. Okay, Francisco? I don't know if that is clear for you guys. Tell me something. Hello? Hello, hello.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's continue with the presentation. Let me go to the presentation of the Cambridge platform. So you have no access yet, Fatima, Francisco? No access?
No, todavía no, teacher.
Sorry to hear that. Okay. Okay. We are in unit number 6 and we talk about places We learn vocabulary about places here, describing your neighborhood, using there is and there are, and also the quantifiers. Also, we learned that adjectives comes before nouns. In this example, you can remember that you use the adjective beautiful before the noun house, the beautiful house. You don't say the house beautiful. In Spanish, we move the adjective uh, uh, well, in another place. We didn't say the the beautiful house. We say la casa bonita. First the noun, then the adjective. But in English, we say the beautiful house. It's different the position. So it's very important for you to remember that the noun goes after the adjective. In this case, the adjective is beautiful. An adjective is a word that describes a noun, its characteristics. For example, here's the car. This car is expensive. So we say the expensive car. We don't say the car expensive. In Spanish, we say el carro caro. No, but in English, we say the expensive car. Okay? Okay, guys?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, any questions up to here, Francisco, Fatima?
No, teacher.
Okay, so we are going to move on with lesson B. Okay, Cambridge is about to end. Reset. I don't know what's the deal with this. Is a new message. Never have that message with me. Let's go to lesson B. In lesson B, we are going to learn about how to tell the time. What is the most common question to ask for the time? ¿Cuál es la pregunta más común para preguntar de la hora? In English.
What time is it?
Exactly. What time is it? That's the most common question. So we are going to build some vocabulary here about telling the time. You have some examples in the book about different ways to talk about the time, to say the hour. Let's listen to the presentation.
Building vocabulary.
Uh, can
Saying the time.
can you hear the audio, guys?
Yes.
Excellent. Here it goes.
To ask the time, say, "What time is it?"
What time is it?
It's 11 o'clock.
So you say 11 o'clock when you are talking about the hour, only the hour, the exact hour. Okay? In Spanish, I don't know if you have heard this from people that sometimes they say son las 11:30 en punto. Have you heard that? ¿Lo han escuchado eso?
No.
No.
No, well, I have, but that is incorrect. You're talking about the time, the close time, or just the hour, saying o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Okay? So when the time is with no minutes, you say o'clock. And also you can say only the hour. It's 11. Let's listen to the presentation.
You can use o'clock for the hour.
O'clock for
What
the hour.
time is it?
It's 11 o'clock.
You can also just say the hour.
What time is it?
It's 11.
So both are correct. So imagine that this is the time now. Imagínense que esta es la hora en este momento. If I ask you, Fatima, what time is it? What is the answer, Fatima?
It's 11 o'clock.
Exactly. Francisco, what time is it? Maybe the audio is not on, Francisco,
It's
but
11.
Exactly, it's 11. So these two answers are correct. You can say o'clock or just the hour. It's 11. Let's continue.
Listen.
What time is it?
It's 2:05.
What time is it? It's
It's 5 after 2.
2:05 or 5 after 2. These are two different ways to tell the time. As here in your book, 2:05. You have to say the numbers. 2:05. You don't say 0. You say oh. It's more common. It's more natural to say oh instead of 0. Okay? It's 2:05 or it's 5 after 2. Let's continue. Any questions here? Any questions? If not, let's continue with the presentation. There are more different ways to say the hour.
It's 4:15.
4:15 or
It's 4:15.
a quarter after 4. I want you guys to repeat with me. This is another way to say the hour. The question is the same. You can ask, what time is it? That's the most common question. Or this one. What's the time? It's the same question. Or do you have the time? It's not much common, but you can also hear these questions. Do you have the time? Because someone wants to know the hour, wants to know the time. So these questions, these three questions are the same. What time is it? What's the time? Do you have the time? Or do you know the time? So these are different ways to ask for the time. Can you repeat after me, please? Repeat these four type or questions, okay? What time is it? Repeat after me,
What
please.
time is it?
Exactly.
What time is it?
Another one. What's the time?
What's the time?
What's the time?
Or do you have the time?
Do you have the time?
Do you have the time?
Do you know the time?
Do you know the time?
Do you know the time?
Exactly. These are different ways to ask for the time. And there are different responses for the same hour or for the same time. For example, here 4:15, it's 4:15, and this is correct. It's a quarter after 4. Can you repeat the hour here, please? If I ask you, Fatima, what time is it?
It's 11:39.
Sorry, Fatima, but right here in the screen, what time is it?
It's 4:15.
Exactly. Francisco, do you have the time?
It's 4:15.
Okay. Now, Fatima, what time is it?
It's 11:14.
11:40. Or, Francisco, do you know a different way to tell the time? It's, let me show you, 20 to 12 or 20 minutes to 12 or 20 minutes to noon. Noon is the half of a day. So with this, I am telling you that there are many ways to tell the hour, just like in the book. Remember, here are some examples, only examples of how to tell the time, how to tell the time in different ways. Let me go back to the presentation and listen. There are more examples.
It's 10:30.
10:30. Let me go back a little. Now I cannot go back. Right here, there is no example here for that. 10:30. What means 10:30, Fatima or Francisco? 10:30.
Building
What
vocabulary.
is 10:30?
Saying the time.
What is 10:30?
To ask the time, say, what time is it?
Fatima, Francisco.
Time is it?
I
Yes,
cannot.
yes, director.
Exactly, 10:30. But there is another way to say 10:30. Do you know that, Francisco, Fatima?
It's 11 o'clock.
Let me just
You can
wait
also
for
just say the hour.
the
What
time,
time
but
is it?
It's 11.
there is another way to say 10:30. That is the most common. That is the more is appropriate. Is also correct.
What time is it?
But I'm going to show you a different way to tell the time when is the middle of the hour.
5 after 2.
So here we have different ways to tell the time, and this is the example that I want you to
It's
hear.
4:15.
4:15 or
It's a quarter after
a
4.
quarter after 4. And this is the example I want you to hear.
It's 10:30.
10:30. You can say also it's half past 10. And it's the same. So you can say it's 10:30 or you can say it's half past 10. For example, Francisco, what time is it? Can you help me with the answer? What time is it, Francisco? I cannot hear you, Francisco. Fatima, what time is it? Or do you know the time, Fatima? Use this one.
It's 10:30.
Half past 10 means is la media pasada de la hora. Half past 10. So there are different ways, two different ways to tell the time. Well, there are more, but it's kind of more complicated, but you can use this with the hour, with the numbers, or with this example. Repeat after me, please. It's 10:30.
It's 10:30.
It's half past 10.
It's 10:30.
Very good. These are more than enough. You can use them to tell the time when the time is at the middle of the hour. Let's continue.
It's 6:45.
What's the time here? What time is it, Francisco? I cannot hear you, Francisco. What time is it?
It's 6:45.
Is there another way to tell the time here? I don't know if he's in the video, but you can say it's
Quarter
a
of 7.
quarter, exactly, a quarter before 7. A quarter before 7. Or a quarter, or it's a quarter it's a quarter to 7. A quarter before 7 or a quarter to 7. So there are many ways to tell the time. In this case, this is the most simple one, no problems, but these are two another examples of correct ways to tell the time.
It's a quarter to
A
7.
quarter to 7. That's the example.
It's 8:50.
8:50 or 10 minutes to 9.
It's 10 to 9.
Or 10 to 9. Repeat after me, please. It's 8:50.
It's 8:50.
Or it's 10 to 9.
It's 10 to 9.
Okay. So, for example, right now, do you know the time, Fatima, right now? Well, it changed, but what time is it?
It's a quarter to 12.
A quarter to 12. Thank you very much. Or Francisco, can you tell me the time?
Yes. It's 11:45.
11:45. Very good. Both ways are correct. You have the option. More examples here.
It's 12 a.m.
12 a.m. in the night, or at night, or in the morning. 12 a.m. What do you say, Fatima, Francisco? 12 a.m. at night or 12 a.m. in the morning?
In the morning?
No. You see the moon here?
All night.
At night. Yeah, right here at the watch. Let me give you a clock here. The time. Okay, let's see what's the time now. This is a song. Let me put a clock. A clock means a reloj. Right here, some images. Okay, 11:47 right here. Is this AM or PM? Right now.
PM. No, AM.
AM. That's correct. Right now it's 11:47 AM. The moment it changes to 12, it's AM or PM? It's PM. So we are about to go from morning to afternoon. So imagine that this is later at night. So it's 11:59 p.m. It's still June 5. Todavía sería junio 5. But the moment this goes to 12, is it still June 5? ¿Sería todavía junio 5?
No.
So it's the next day. So it changes to AM. AM means ante meridiem. PM means past meridiem. It's in Latin. Pasado meridiano, antes meridiano. To tell about the change from one day to another, or the change of the time of day. These are ways to tell the time. Remember, it's 12 a.m.
It's midnight.
or midnight. It's another way. You see, it's not in the morning, it's at night.
It's 12 p.m.
12 p.m. So if 12 a.m. is midnight, what is 12 p.m.? Remember that?
Afternoon?
It's noon.
Noon is the afternoon, but you can also say noon. Noon is the middle of the day. So in 10 minutes, you see the time right now? In 10 minutes, we are going to be at noon. This is the time now, 11:50. But in 10 minutes, it's going to be noon time. Okay? Let's continue.
Notice AM means before noon. PM means afternoon. 11 a.m. is 11 o'clock in the morning.
Morning.
11 p.m. is 11 o'clock at night.
Any questions
Building
here?
vocabulary.
Any questions up to here, guys?
Building
No, teacher.
vocabulary.
No, is it clear? Noon, midnight, AM, PM.
Saying the time.
Now let's listen to some examples. You have to listen and repeat, please.
Listen and repeat.
Okay, are you ready? This is the question.
What time is it?
I cannot hear you.
In conversation. Building vocabulary. Saying the time. Listen and repeat.
Okay, Fatima, Francisco, please listen and repeat. Here goes. Oh, okay. Can you hear that? No. Huh?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
No, teacher.
No, I cannot hear it too. Okay, let me refresh the page.
Se escuchó solamente cuando le picó al individual.
Mm-hmm.
Building vocabulary. Saying the time. To ask the time, say, "What time is it?" Building vocabulary.
Can you hear that?
Saying the time. Listen and repeat.
Can you hear that, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so number one,
What time is it?
now you do it.
What time is it?
Thank you.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's
It's 11. It's 11.
11.
Thank you.
It's 2:05.
It's 2:05.
It's 2:05.
It's 5 after 2.
It's 5 after 2.
Very good. One more time. Number three.
It's 4:15.
It's 4:15.
It's
It's
4:15.
4:15.
It's a quarter after 4.
A quarter after 4.
It's a
It's
quarter
a quarter after 4.
4.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30.
What is the other way to say 10:30? Remember?
It's half of 10.
Past 10. Thank you. Very good.
It's 6:45.
6:45.
It's 6:45.
It's a quarter to 7.
It's a quarter to 7.
It's a quarter to 7.
A quarter to 7.
It's 8:50.
It's 8:50.
8:50.
It's 8:50.
It's 10 to 9.
It's 10 to 9.
It's 10 to 9.
It's 10 to 9.
It's 12 a.m.
It's 12 a.m.
It's 12
It's
a.m.
midnight.
Or it's midnight.
It's midnight.
Very
Midnight.
good.
It's 12 p.m.
It's 12 p.m.
It's 12 p.m.
Or it's
It's
noon.
noon.
It's noon.
It's noon.
Very good. Noon.
Noon.
Exactly. Now to finish this part, very easy. Let's listen to this final part.
In conversation. People say 15, more than a quarter after.
2:15.
A quarter after.
Okay. This means that it's more common to tell the time by using the minutes, not the phrase after 2. So it's more common, more natural. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask each other about the time. Fatima, you are going to ask Francisco for these hours, okay? Ask Francisco about the time. Francisco, you answer with number 1. and then number 3, number 5, and number 7. Okay, Francisco? Fatima, ask Francisco about the time. Remember the questions. Try to use different questions if you remember the questions. Okay?
What time is it? What time is it?
Number 1, Francisco.
It's 5:15.
One question again, Fatima. You
What's
can
the time?
exactly. What's the time? Number 3, Francisco.
It's 7 o'clock.
Very good.
And do you have the time?
Excellent. Do you have the time? Number 5.
It's 1:05.
1:05. Excellent, Francisco. And finally, one more, Fatima.
Do you know the time?
Exactly.
It's 9:45.
9:45 or 9:45. Excellent. Now, Francisco, you will ask Fatima about this, and Fatima, you will answer using these hours, okay? Francisco, ask Fatima for number 2.
Do you know the time?
It's half past before 8.
Don't use before, just 8:30.
8. Okay.
Very good. Or what is the other way to say?
8:30.
8:30. Very good, Fatima. Excellent job. One more question, Francisco.
What's the time?
It's 11. No, it's 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock or noon,
Noon.
remember? Exactly. One more,
What
Francisco.
time is it?
What time is it?
12 o'clock or midnight. It's
Very good. Very good. And finally,
Do you have the time?
It's 3:40.
3:40. Excellent job. Excellent job. Let's go to the next part of this explanation. It's how to tell the time. Please, I'm going to give you control of my mouse so you can use it. Javier, you have the control of my mouse, so you place the correct hour on the image. For example, number 2, what is the correct time for number 2? You control my mouse. Exactly.
Ok, espera.
Okay.
Empiezo con la primera.
Yes, with number 2, because number 1, it's done. So try to complete number 2. Oops. Yes. Drag and drop. Very good. Okay, try to do number 4.
It's 8:20. 20 after 8.
Okay,
Ay, nunca le gané ese.
that's number 3, but it's okay. Now, very good. Now, Fatima, I'm going to give you control of my mouse so you can.
Teacher, una
Yes.
pregunta. No me quedó muy bien sobre lo de half past.
Okay.
Se dice it's half past
And the
10.
hour.
No se dice after ni before.
No.
No. Okay.
No. When it's 30 minutes past the hour, you say it's half past and then the hour. For example, 1:30, 1:30. 3:30, it's 3:30. But you can use after or before with different hours. For example, in this case, 35, it's 8:35. You can say it's 35 after 8. Okay, after 8. Like here in the example, it's 5 after 8. Or before, you can say 10 before 9. So there are 4 different uses. Half goes alone. Half is only for the exact 30 minutes. And you don't combine with after or before. Okay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Fatima, now you control the mouse, so you have to complete the exercise with number 4. What's the time in number 4? Number 5 and number 6. Okay. Very good. Let's check if we have the answers correct. Yes. So there are different ways to talk about the hour. Is there another question, Fatima? That was a good question because sometimes we mixed words, but no, in this case, half is alone. After is when you have minutes passing the hour, and before when you have minutes to the hour. I don't know if you have more questions, Fatima, Francisco. No? Is everything fine? Give me a thumbs up, please. Everything okay? Thank you. Okay, let's go for exercise 3. This is a recording session. So you have to record yourself. This is a practice that you can do with the platform, but just listen to this.
It's 8. It's 8 o'clock.
Repeat after me. It's 8. It's 8 o'clock. Do you have a question, Fatima?
No, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. But please, I want you to repeat these different hours, okay? Listen.
It's 8. It's 8 o'clock.
Now you repeat. I cannot hear you. No los escucho. One more time.
It's 8. It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8. It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8. It's 8 o'clock.
Let's do number 4.
It's 8:15. It's a quarter after 8.
It's 8:15. It's a quarter after 8.
It's 8:15. It's a quarter after 8.
Okay. Now this one.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30.
Very
It's
good.
8:30.
And finally, this one, number 12.
It's 8:55. It's 5 to 9.
It's 8:55. It's 5 to 9.
It's 8:55. It's 5 to 9.
Very good. Very good, Fatima. Next exercise, building vocabulary. What time is it? So here we need to match the sentences with the same time. So for example, in number 1, it says, it's 7:15. It's a quarter after 7. It's the same hour. It's the same time with a different phrase. What is the phrase for it's 9:05? What is the correct one? What is the correct one, Francisco? A different way to say the hour, but with the same information. It's 7.
It's 5 after 9.
Exactly. It's 5 after 9. Fatima, it's 6.
It's 6 o'clock.
Exactly. Number 4, Francisco.
It's 10 to 12.
Correct. Fatima, number 5.
It's a quarter to 3.
Exactly. Number 6, Francisco.
It's midnight.
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 Midnight. Number 7, Fatima.
It's 25
To 2. Okay. And finally, well, what about the last one? It's 12 p.m. No, this is not here. It's 12 p.m.
Creo que la cita también está mal, ¿no?
It's noon. It's 20 to 2. 25. No, it's correct. 11:50. It's 10 to 12. Right? It's not correct. So it's 7:15 is a quarter after 7. That is correct. It's 9:05. It's 5 after 9. Can you repeat number 3, everybody? Francisco, Fatima? 1, 2, 3. It's 6.
It's 6. It's 6 o'clock.
Exactly. Number 4?
It's 11:50.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10 to 12.
Very good. Number 5?
It's 2:45.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quarter to 3.
Mm-hmm. Quarter to 3. Number 6?
It's 12 a.m.
12 a.m.
It's midnight.
Midnight.
It's 1:35.
1:35.
It's 25 to 2.
Mm-hmm. And finally, number 8.
It's 12 p.m. It's noon.
It's noon. Noon. Like moon. Como. And here, more examples about telling the time. I don't know if you have problems telling the time. No sé si tengan algún problema diciendo la hora. I think you have some experience with this, but it's very important for me to know if you have any problems. No questions about this right now? For example, what time is it here?
12:30.
12:30, sure?
It's 12:30.
What time is it here, Francisco?
No veo si hay otra manecilla indicando hacia arriba, pero it's
tricky, yes.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, yes, it's 12 o'clock. It's tricky, Fatima, don't worry. Okay. It was a tricky question.
What time is it?
Okay, let's go. Let's continue with the. I don't know if you have any questions about telling the time. Now let's work about vocabulary with the time. Let's go for a medium with this game, okay? Now, what do we have to do? Our class starts 8:05, right? Yeah. What is the correct one?
8:05.
Exactly. Okay. The movie's at 7:45. I think, yeah, it's at
7:45.
7:45. Very good. We usually start school at 8:10.
8:10.
Very good. Now you read, Francisco.
It's 8:30 p.m. Yeah, it's 8:13.
8:30. Fatima.
The store opens early at 6:45. Well, I think a quarter past 6.
Sure.
Mm,
Quarter past 6.
¿Sí?
Oh, Fatima. No, it's, I think, 6:45. Francisco, the time is running out. Francisco? I cannot hear you, Francisco. Fatima? Okay.
I usually go to sleep around 1:30 a.m. That's right. 1:30.
Exactly. Well, we have 10 seconds. Fatima?
It's it's 3:05 p.m.
Game over. Okay. Let's continue. That's the way we practice a little bit about the time. Okay. Now, here are some different events. Check the pictures. What event is this? Or what events are these?
Play soccer.
Play soccer. What about number 2, Fatima?
Uh,
You're dancing, Fatima, okay? Or number 3, what is number 3? Number 4, any ideas? Here we have the names. A play. Repeat after me. A play.
A play.
What is a play?
¿Juego?
No, that it's a game.
Oh.
Yes, but
Tocar.
yes, you can use also play when you play an instrument. Yes, you can also use play when you play soccer, maybe, to say that you play in a game, play soccer. You can also use play when you play a track, okay? When you play music, play the CD, play the DVD. But play, all these plays words are verbs. But in this case, a play means an activity. It's the name of an activity. What activity you think that could be? Check the images, please. I want you to tell me about the images. One of these is a play.
The number 4.
No. Let me give you an idea. You can see a play in a theater. A play. In a play, you see actors acting different roles. A play like Romeo and Juliet, like Macbeth. Those are different plays. So what is a play? No, no ideas?
Number 3.
That is correct. Yes, a play,
A play.
it's in Spanish una obra de teatro. A play. Okay? So remember that because you can use play as a verb. Play an instrument, play soccer, play baseball, or you can use play to play a track. But a play, it's a noun and means a obra de teatro, una obra de teatro, a play. So what activity is number 2? A play, an art exhibit, a concert, a soccer match. What is number 2?
An art exhibit.
Yes, an art exhibit, una exhibición de arte. An art exhibit. What about number 1?
A soccer match.
Exactly. A soccer match. And finally, a concert. So these are different events. Repeat after me, a soccer match.
A soccer match.
Number 2, an art exhibit.
An art exhibit.
A play.
A play.
A concert.
A concert.
So, is it clear what a play is? ¿Está claro que es a play? Fatima, Francisco? A play means something that is being acted by actors in different roles. Okay? It's in Spanish una obra de teatro. Is that clear, Fatima? Is that clear, Francisco? Give me a thumbs up, please.
Es que, por ejemplo, en el caso de la obra de teatro, es porque están representando un personaje, pero play también lo podemos usar entonces como acción, depende al contexto, ¿va a ser?
Exactly. You see, play is a word that in English means different things. La palabra play significa varias cosas. Depending on the use, depending on the context, dependiendo del uso y el contexto. Por ejemplo, si vas a jugar un deporte, play soccer, play baseball, play lo que tú quieras, cualquier deporte, play. Pero si vas a tocar un instrumento, you say play the piano, play a guitar, play the saxophone. Play ahí significa tocar. So you have play soccer because the action is with a sport. But if you play a piano or play the piano, you mean that you are performing something, you are using an instrument with the same word, con la misma palabra. Dices jugar soccer, play the piano, tocar el piano. Play has different functions, tiene diferente función. Also, you can use play when you are talking about recordings, cuando hablas de grabaciones, play a CD o play the track. Cuando hablas de tocar un CD, reproducir. ¿Sí? ¿Me explico? ¿Hasta aquí vamos bien? Play soccer, play the piano, play a CD o play the track. O a track, mejor dicho. ¿Hasta aquí vamos bien, Francisco, Fátima? Play aquí es un verbo. Play soccer, jugar soccer. Play de piano, tocar el piano. Play a CD o play a track, reproducir un CD, reproducir un track. Pero cuando decimos a play, ya no es un verbo, ya cambia a un sustantivo. In Spanish, una obra de teatro. ¿Sale, vale? Francisco.
Ok, entonces, una obra de teatro en inglés, literal,
play.
play. ¿No hay otra forma de decirlo?
A play.
Ok.
So in this case, you see they are acting right here. Se están matando entre ellos, pero están actuando. This is a play. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so remember, in this case, with this word, en este caso, con esta palabra play, as many other words in English, como muchas otras palabras en inglés, they have different functions, tienen diferentes funciones. Play is a great example. How can we use play as a verb and also a play as a noun? Play como verbo o play como sustantivo, como el nombre de una acción. ¿Sale, vale? ¿Sí? Thumbs up. ¿Sí queda claro, chicos? Thank you, Fatima. Very good. So here, let's check the answers. We are correct. Let's go. Yes, Francisco, any questions? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, so these are different events that maybe you have participated or have gone to one of these events, que han participado o han ido. Have you ever gone to an art exhibit? ¿Han ido a alguna exhibición de arte? Fátima, Francisco?
Sí.
Very good. So you see sculptures, paintings, many things. Have you played soccer, Fátima? Or Francisco? ¿Has jugado soccer, Fátima?
No.
Francisco? ¿Tú no, Francisco? No. What about you, Fátima?
Soccer.
Football?
Sí.
And you, Fátima, have you ever played soccer?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been to a concert? ¿Alguna vez han ido a un concierto?
Yes.
Maybe a rock and roll concert, maybe a musician concert, un concierto de un músico. And a play, maybe an acting play with some friends, maybe in the school you have been in a play. Alguna vez a lo mejor en la escuela participó en una obra de teatro, ¿no? Fátima, Francisco?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a play. Okay. So these are different events. Now, this is a very good question. What's on this weekend? This question is to ask about different events that can happen in the city or in a city. What's on this weekend? ¿Qué hay en esta semana? And here we have an example of a radio presenter. This guy works in a radio, so he is presenting events for the weekend. So you are going to listen this radio presenter, and please help me to put the events in order, in the order we hear them. So we have an art exhibit. If the art exhibit is mentioned at the first, we leave it here, or if a play, maybe a concert, I don't know. We need to put them in order as we hear them. Okay, here it goes. Listen to the track, and I want you to help me to put the words in order. Here it goes. Remember, this is a radio presenter.
Hi, everybody. You're listening to KYMZ on 98.6. My name is Ross Williams. So, what's on this weekend? Okay, now on Saturday night, there's a children's concert at the park. There's music, dancing, and games. Sounds like a lot of fun. On Sunday, there's an art exhibit at the museum all afternoon. The exhibit is called Computer Crazy. Okay, soccer fans, listen up. The 3 o'clock match on Saturday at the stadium is now at 3:30. That's 3:30. Finally, if you like theater, go and see the play, Are You Okay? It's on Saturday night at the City Theater. They say it's very funny. It starts at 7:45. So, have a great weekend, folks. There's a lot to do in town here this weekend.
Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Okay, listen.
My name is Ross Williams. So, what's on this weekend? Okay, now on Saturday night there's a children's concert at the park. There's music, dancing, and games. Sounds like a lot of fun. On Sunday there's an art exhibit at the museum all afternoon. The exhibit is called Computer Crazy. Okay, soccer fans, listen up. The 3 o'clock match on Saturday at the stadium is now at 3:30. That's 3:30. Finally, if you like theater, go and see the play, Are You Okay? It's on Saturday night at the City Theater. They say it's very funny. It starts at 7:45. So, have a great weekend, folks. There's a lot to do in town here this weekend.
Okay, what was the first event mentioned?
They are an art exhibit.
The art exhibit. What was number 2? This is first. What is the second?
A concert.
A concert. Number 3 or the third one?
A soccer match.
A soccer match, and finally a play. Okay, Fatima, let's see if you are correct. Oops, no, incorrect. Do you know where the mistake is, Francisco? Mr. Pacheco?
No, teacher, a mí se me trabó mucho el audio.
Okay, let's try to listen again. Okay, Fatima, listen again.
On 98.6. My name is Ross Williams. So, what's on this weekend? Okay, now on Saturday night there's a children's concert at the park.
Oh, a children concert at the park. Okay. A children concert at the park.
A children's concert at the park. There's music, dancing, and games. Sounds like a lot of fun. On Sunday there's an art exhibit at the museum.
Art exhibit number 2.
All afternoon. The exhibit is called Computer Crazy. Okay, soccer fans, listen up. The 3 o'clock match on Saturday at the stadium is now at 3:30. That's 3:30. Finally,
match.
if you like theater, go and see the play, Are You Okay?
The play, Are You Okay? Okay, that is correct. Okay, Fatima?
Yes, teacher.
Very good. So it's a tricky one because you're listening. Now, here, listen what's on this weekend. Listen and choose the correct answer. When is the concert? Friday morning, Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon? It's the same recording, it's the same track. Listen again.
Hi, everybody. You're listening to KYMZ on 98.6. My name is Ross Williams. So, what's on this weekend? Okay, now on Saturday night there's a children's concert at the park. There's music, dancing, and games. Sounds like a lot of fun. The concert starts at 5:30 p.m. So that's 5:30 p.m. tomorrow at the park.
Okay, first question. When is the concert? Friday, Saturday, or Saturday afternoon? Saturday night, Saturday afternoon?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Where is it?
The park.
The park. Very good. What time does it start? 5:30, 6:45, or 6 o'clock? Let's listen again.
It's a children's concert at the park. There's music, dancing, and games. Sounds like a lot of fun. The concert starts at 5:30 p.m.
What time is the concert?
5:30.
5:30. Yes. Okay. Let's see about activity number 4. Maybe it's about the museum, the art exhibit. Where is it? What time does
Profe,
it start? Yes.
voy a desconectarme 10 minutos y ahorita regreso. Necesito hacer unas cosas.
Okay, no problem, Francisco. Okay, now listen to the track, and these are the questions. When is the art exhibit? Where is it? And what time does it start? Fatima, pay attention so you give me the answers, okay?
On Sunday, there's an art exhibit at the museum all afternoon. The exhibit is called Computer Crazy. There's work from local artists, so go down to the museum on Sunday. It starts at 12 noon. That's 12 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay, when is the art exhibit?
Sunday afternoon.
Where is it?
No escuché bien.
No worries, let me play again.
Noon. The exhibit is called Computer Crazy.
Computer Crazy?
There's work from local artists, so go down to the museum on Sunday.
Museum.
The museum. And finally, what time does it start?
Noon.
At noon. Very good. Excellent. Number 5, this is about the game. When is the game? Where is it? And what time?
Okay, soccer fans, listen up. The 3 o'clock match on Saturday at the stadium is now at 3:30. That's 3:30, there at the stadium.
One more time.
Okay, soccer fans, listen up. The 3 o'clock match on Saturday at the stadium is now at 3:30. That's 3:30, there at the stadium.
When is the soccer match, Fatima?
Saturday afternoon.
That is correct. Saturday afternoon. Where is it?
The stadium.
The stadium. And what time does it start?
3:30.
3:30. Okay. And finally, there is one more event, the play. When is the play? Where is it? What time does it start?
Finally, if you like theater, go and see the play Are You Okay? It's on Saturday night at the City Theater. They say it's very funny. It starts at 7:45. So have a great weekend, folks. There's a lot to do in town here this weekend.
Okay, when is the play?
Saturday night. Saturday.
Okay, where is it?
No escuché.
Let's listen again.
Finally, if you like theater, go and see the play Are You Okay? It's on Saturday night at the City Theater. They say it's very funny. It starts at 7:45.
Okay, where is it?
The City Theater.
What time does it start?
7:45.
7:45. Very good, Fatima. Great job. Let's see about this activity. This is to close the activity about the time and some events. And we are talking about the time of an event. So the concert at the park is for teachers. Remember the information? Or for kids?
For kids.
Okay, so the concert at the park is for teachers. True or false?
False.
False. What about the presenter thinks the concert sounds boring? Is it boring? True or false?
False.
False. There's work from local artists at the exhibit at the museum. True or false?
True.
True. The soccer game is at a new time. They changed the time, so it's a new time. True or false? Do you remember that?
No, no recuerdo.
No, okay, don't. The play is funny.
True.
True. And also, yes, the soccer game changed the hour from 1 hour to a different hour. So let's check the answer.
¿Pero qué
Answers.
significa ¿Cómo se podría traducir la oración?
Which one, Fatima?
El
Number
número
four. Number 4. The soccer game is at a new time. El partido de soccer es en un nuevo horario. Okay.
Okay.
Because they change. Listen.
Six. My name is Ross Williams. So, what's on this weekend? Okay, now on Saturday night there's a children's concert at the park.
Children's concert.
There's music, dancing, and games. Sounds like a lot of fun. The concert starts at 5:30
Sounds like a lot of fun, not boring.
p.m. So that's 5:30 p.m. tomorrow at the park. On Sunday, there's an art exhibit at the museum all afternoon.
Art exhibit.
The exhibit is called Computer Crazy. There's work from local artists.
There's work from local artists. Ah, yes.
So go down to the museum on Sunday. It starts at 12 noon. That's 12 o'clock on Sunday. Okay, soccer fans, listen up. The 3 o'clock match on Saturday at the stadium is now at 3:30. That's 3:30.
The soccer game changed from 1 hour, from one time to another.
There at the stadium. Finally, if you like theater, go and see the play, Are You Okay? It's on Saturday night at the City Theater. They say it's very funny.
Very funny.
It starts at 7:45. So, have a great weekend, folks. There's a lot to do in town here this weekend.
Okay. Okay. Did you get the information, Fatima? With that, we answer the questions, true or false. So when you change from one time to another, it's like a changing of a schedule or horario, okay? Now listen, help me with this. It says a concert in the park. What do the words in bold mean? Here, there are some nouns and some adjectives to describe different events. For example, here, the word it's free. What means it's free, Fatima? It says, exactly, means that you don't pay for the ticket. You don't need to pay. It's free. So we have here some words, a lot of seats. Sounds like fun is a description. Seats means asientos. It's a noun. It starts is a verb, but is referring to an event, finished and early. So number 2 means that you like the idea. What is the correct expression that you can use when you say, oh, I like the idea?
That sounds like fun.
Exactly. Number 3, it begins at this time. Which one of these can go with this one? Or when does it end is the opposite. Begins and end.
What time do you finish?
Okay, what time do you finish?
It's
Number 3.
Seven.
Exactly. There are a lot of places to sit.
There are a lot of seats.
Correct. And finally, let's get there early. Means let's go so we have a lot of time. Here, it's very important to notice that we have the phrase let's. I mean, it's a phrase because let's comes from two words. One is let, in Spanish permitir, and us, nosotros. So these two words combined create a new word, let's. And I believe that you have heard this word. Juntas crean una palabra nueva que es let's y creo que ya las has escuchado. Let's go, let's play, let's run, let's. Have you heard this before? ¿Ya la habías escuchado, Fátima? Let's.
Ya, pero pensé que era contracción de let y is.
No, let us. Meaning that you and someone else are trying to do an activity. At least two people. Significa que una persona, I, plus another, maybe you, or he, or she, or maybe we all together are doing an activity. Significa que yo más otra persona, puede ser tú, él, ella, nosotros, incluso they, ellos, vamos a hacer una actividad y yo me estoy incluyendo. Let's. Si yo digo, por ejemplo, let's eat, ¿qué quiero decir? Let's eat. Imagínate que te invitan, oh, Fátima, let's eat pizza. ¿Qué estoy diciendo?
¿Vamos a comer pizza?
Puede ser, o simplemente comamos pizza. Okay? Let's eat pizza. So the verb is affected for this word. In Spanish, it's more common to say comamos pizza. Es más difícil que alguien diga vamos a comer pizza. No, simplemente comamos pizza. Let's eat macarrones. Comamos macarrones. Let's eat pollo. Comamos pollo. ¿Sí me explico? This is something that you do in the near future. Haces algo en el futuro cercano. Not in 2 weeks, not in 2 days, no en 2 semanas, no en 2 días, in minutes, en minutos. Let's go to the beach. Se le ocurre, no sé, a tu mamá, let's go to the beach. ¿Qué está diciendo? Let's go. Ahora es let's go. Ya no fue let's eat. Let's go.
¿Vamos a la playa?
Exactly. Very good. Vamos a la playa. Let's go. So this word is very important because it's an invitation. So you invite someone to do an activity with you. Invitas a alguien a hacer una actividad contigo. Maybe 1, 2, 3 or many people.
Sí, por ejemplo, trabajemos juntos.
Let's ¿qué? What is the word for trabajar?
Work.
Exactly. Let's work. Yes. So work is affected by let's. In Spanish no decimos vamos a trabajar. No. Simplemente decimos trabajemos. Well, it's more common. So let's work. It's an invitation to do something. Not in the far future, but in the near future. Very close to this minute. Muy cerca de este momento, no en un futuro lejano, futuro cercano. ¿Vale?
Okay, teacher.
Sí. Any question on this? ¿Alguna otra preguntita con esto? Let's. Let's is a good word. It's an invitation. So, here, read the statement and choose the best response. There is a free concert at the park tonight. What is a good response for this sentence, Fatima? There's a free concert at the park tonight. I don't live around here. Really, how do you spell park? Or really, that sounds like fun. What is the best response?
Really? That sounds like fun.
Exactly. Very good. So this is something that is more natural to respond listening to the question. Here, what time is the concert? In the morning or at night?
At 9?
At night. Okay. And here, I think this is a different listening. Is not from the one that we just heard, but this is right here. Let's listen to the conversation. Here is a conversation between uh, Kyle and Erin, and they are talking about a concert and the place they are going to meet. So imagine that you are going to the concert with a friend and you say, where do we meet? Oh, you say at the park, at Plaza Galerías, at La Costera, different places. So they decide to meet, deciden encontrarse o verse where? At the park or at Kaylee's house. And when is the concert? In the morning or at night? Listen to the conversation.
Hey, Aaron, there's a free concert at the park tonight.
Really? That sounds like fun. What time does it start?
It starts at 7:30.
Well, let's go. What time is it now?
It's 5:30. What time do you finish?
About 6 o'clock. So, let's meet there about 7.
Well, they don't usually have a lot of seats, so...
Oh, well, in that case, let's get there early. Say, around 6:45?
Okay, so the concert is at night. That is correct. They decide to meet at the park or at Kaylee's house or Kyle's house. Huh?
At the park.
Yes, that is correct. Very good. Let's see activity 4. If it's similar, yes. The concert starts what time?
7:30.
7:30. Erin says, let's meet at the park at 7:45 or 7. Do you want to listen again the audio?
6:45.
6:45. And number 3, there are seats, a lot of or not a lot of.
No recuerdo.
Okay, let's listen again.
Hey, Aaron, there's a free concert at the park tonight.
Really? That sounds like fun. What time does it start?
It starts at 7:30.
Well, let's go. What time is it now?
It's 5:30. What time do you finish?
About 6 o'clock. So, let's meet there about 7.
Well, they don't usually have a lot of seats, so...
Oh, well, in that case, let's get there early. Say, around 6:45?
Okay, Erin says, let's meet at the park at 6:45. There are a lot of or not a lot of seats. Fatima? Hello, hello.
Estaba hablando. A lot of.
Okay. And Erin says, let's get there
Early.
early. Let's check the answers. Oops. Correct your answers. The first thing, the first mention is about 7, and there are not a lot of seats. That's why they need to get there early. Por eso van a llegar temprano, porque no hay muchos asientos. ¿Sale? Let's listen again.
Hey, Aaron, there's a free concert at the park tonight.
Really? That sounds like fun. What time does it start?
It starts at 7:30.
Well, let's go. What time is it now?
It's 5:30. What time do you finish?
About 6 o'clock. So let's meet there about 7.
Well, they don't usually have a lot of seats, so...
Oh, well, in that case, let's get there early. Say around 6:45?
Okay, so with that, we finish this activity. Oh, in 10 minutes, we are going to have the break, Fatima. Is it okay? It's almost 1.
¿Qué me preguntó?
In 10 minutes,
Oh,
at 1 o'clock, we are going to have the break. Is it okay?
okay.
Okay, so I'm going to notice Francisco because he's doing something. So we are going to be back at 1:20. I'm going to send him a message in a moment. So any questions up to here? This is practice for you to listening about regular conversations and also to understand and practice your understanding about speaking English. So in this activity right here, it says figure it out, questions with what time, and suggestions with let's, suggestion or an invitation. You need to complete the dialogue about Kyle and Eri's conversations in this part. So if you need help, we need to click here, but let's try not to till we here is Javier Pacheco. We need to fill in with the question what time or let's if we are using let's to give an invitation or a suggestion, and what time if we are asking about a specific hour for an event. For example, number 1, what is the best fill in for this blank space?
What time?
Exactly. What time? Okay, here is Javier Pacheco. What time? It starts. What is the correct word that is missing?
Let's. Oh,
No,
no, no.
at 7.
Okay.
Here, number 2 is let's what? What is the best option?
Go.
Exactly. Let's go to a movie tonight. Okay. Space. Meet at the theater 6:30.
Let's.
Exactly. Let's is like an invitation. Let's see about the script. Hiring. There's a free concert. Really? That's on. It starts at. Remember, at is used with the time. Well, let's go. Let's go. What time is it? 5:30. Let's meet at 7. Okay. So what is the use of let's, Fatima? Let's, it's for what?
Invitación.
Yes, an invitation or a suggestion to do something with another person. So you are together doing an activity with somebody. Okay, so you say let's do this, let's do that. You are doing the activity with someone else. Could be 1 or 2 or more. Let's do this. Now let's check the answers here. What times? What is the problem here, Fatima? What is missing? ¿Qué está faltando aquí, Fátima o Francisco? What time?
Dos.
No. close, fría, bueno, tibiecita, is, what time is the concert? What time? No, Fatima, you were right. What time does the concert start? Yes. You were right, Fatima. Estabas en lo correcto. What time does the concert start? Si fuera pregunta por la hora sería what time is it? Pero de la hora. What time is it now? My dear Francisco, we just saw the word let's. Let's is for us to give a suggestion or an invitation to do something with another person. For example, let's go. What is the meaning of let's go, Fatima? Do you remember? What can we? Exactly. Because you are going together with somebody else. If we say let's eat, what is the meaning of let's eat?
Comamos.
Let's play.
Juguemos.
Juguemos. Let's walk.
Caminemos.
Let's run.
Corramos.
Exactly. So let's is an invitation or a suggestion to do something together with somebody. Okay.
En una situación de emergencia se dice let's run.
Let's run. Yes, like in a movie. Yes, let's run. Or if you want to do exercise, oh, let's run. Let's jog. Hagamos jogging. Let's run. Let's jog a moment. Jog quiere decir trotar. Trotemos. Let's jog. Let's run. Okay. Let's drink water. Let's drink Coca-Cola. Guácala Coca-Cola. Okay. Now, Francisco, we're about to go to the break. So, Fatima and Francisco, we are coming back at 1:20, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So,
Okay.
I forgot to tell you before you left, maybe you can do the things in the break, but now we are going to stop right here for a moment and we are going to continue when we came back. Okay, we are going to be back for the session at 1:20. Okay.